Introducing Airlift Onboard Air Compressor Systems. Airlift onboard compressor systems allow you to inflate and deflate your air springs with the touch of a button for maximum on-the-go convenience. While air springs are easily inflated through a Schrader valve, adding an Airlift onboard air compressor system eliminates the search for gas stations that have a working compressor, saving you time, energy, and money. Airlift onboard air compressor systems allow you to make adjustments to your air spring pressure as needed, wherever you are, even from outside of the vehicle. Perhaps you've just hooked up your load and are ready to get on the road. Make air pressure adjustments in full view of the vehicle with one of Airlift's wireless onboard compressor systems. You can also make pressure adjustments to account for changes in road condition. Select Airlift systems allow you to inflate the left and right air springs independently to adjust for unevenly distributed loads. Airlift offers several different compressor systems to fit your budget and your towing and hauling needs. All Airlift onboard air compressor systems work with all brands of air springs. All Airlift onboard compressor systems come with everything you need to install the system, including a compressor that's easily mounted to the vehicle's frame. How do you determine which compressor system is best for you? First, determine whether you want an analog or wireless system. Analog system gauges mount inside the vehicle cab, and the gauge is connected via air lines to the compressor. Wireless systems provide the convenience of allowing you to control your air springs anywhere within 50 feet of the vehicle. Without any air lines into the vehicle's cab, it also reduces installation time. If you tow or haul a load that is evenly distributed on left and right sides of the vehicle, then choose a single-path compressor system. It allows you to inflate the left and right air springs to equal pressures. If you usually carry more weight on one side than the other due to fuel or water storage on one side of the vehicle, consider a dual-path compressor system, which allows you to inflate the left and right air springs to different pressures. If you use your compressor occasionally, then the standard compressor is a good choice. Our heavy-duty compressor is best for drivers who use their compressor frequently, and it is also more quiet and provides better filtration than the standard compressor. Wireless One is Airlift's most economical wireless system. Wireless One provides single-path airflow and comes with a standard compressor. With no air lines to the cab, Wireless One allows for easy installation. The wireless remote provides 3 different memory settings. For example, one for your RV, one for your boat, and one for your work trailer. Change the backlight of the key fob remote to match the interior of your vehicle. Wireless Air is Airlift's most advanced wireless system, featuring an exclusive advanced diagnostic and will alert you if there is a leak, communication failure, or low battery. The two-way communication system with Wireless Air automatically maintains the air spring pressure you set, which helps to keep you, your passengers, and your cargo safe regardless of road conditions. Wireless Air features dual-path airflow and includes a heavy-duty compressor. Load controller onboard air compressor systems are analog systems that are easily mounted in your cab. Each kit includes a mounting pod, or you can mount them in any 2 1/8 inch cup. Load Controller Single is a single-path system, while Load Controller Dual is a dual-path system featuring gauges for the left and right springs on the same display. Choose from either a standard or heavy-duty compressor with either of these systems. Install any Airlift onboard compressor system in under 2 hours, or installation is easy. First, install the manifold, then attach the air lines and harness, and lastly, check the system. Our tech support team is available to answer any questions you have about installation. Adjust your air springs conveniently with the touch of a button with Airlift onboard air compressor systems.
Welcome to the Airlift Workshop with Al, Airlift's Engineering Project Manager. Today, we'll be working on a Ram 1500. We're installing the Airlift 1000 kit to eliminate squat, trailer sway, rough ride, and bottoming out, allowing us to tow and haul with safety and comfort. This video doesn't replace your installation manual, so grab yours out of the box or get a digital copy at airliftcompany.com and let's get started. Raise the vehicle on a hoist or jack up the rear and support the frame with safety stands. Then lower the axle or raise the body of the vehicle. To prep our air spring for installation, remove the plastic cap from the barbed stem on the end and expel the air from the air spring by rolling it up towards the stem. Replace the cap on the stem in order to hold the flat shape. Fold the air spring into a hot dog bun shape so that it'll fit inside the coil spring once we have our vehicle properly supported and once the suspension is fully extended. With the stem at the top, insert the flattened air spring into the coil spring at the lowest opening. Push the air spring up inside the rings of the coil by hand or with a blunt instrument such as a spoon-type tire iron. Remember not to use anything sharp or you'll risk puncturing the air spring. When the air spring is completely within the coil, remove the cap and allow the spring to assume its molded, inflated shape. When cutting air lines, never cut from the side. You leave a jagged edge and ruin the hose. Instead, use a sharp razor blade to get a crisp, clean cut. A hose cutter will also do the trick. Now we're ready to attach the airline to our spring. Slide the airline clamp onto the airline using pliers. Run the airline down through the top of the coil spring. Next, slip the airline through the protector and onto the air spring's valve. Use the pliers again to move the clamp, this time securing the airline over the valve. Finally, position the protector inside the coil so that it rests in place over the valve. You can decide where to mount your inflation valves, which will also determine the route your airline will travel along the frame of the car. We'll use the bumper here, but other options for inflation valve placement include the license plate recess and the wheel well flanges. Based on your valve location decision, route the airline along the frame, avoiding heat sources and sharp bends, and allowing the appropriate amount of slack. When utilizing the recommended T-line routing technique, slide an airline clamp onto the airline. Push the airline over one side of the T until all the barbs are covered, and use pliers to slide the clamp over the barbed section. Secure the airlines along the frame using the provided zip ties. To install the Schrader valve, slide on the airline clamp and then attach the valve. Clamp the airline onto the valve. Drill a hole for the inflation valve. Place a nut and star washer on the air valve. Push the inflation valve through the hole and use a rubber washer, flat washer, and another nut to secure it in place. Tighten the nuts to secure the assembly and push on the valve cap. Raise the axle or lower the vehicle body until the air springs lightly touch the lower spring seat and upper spacers, and make one last check for any heat sources in close proximity to the spring or lines. To make sure your airlift kit is airtight, inflate the system to 35 psi and spray a soap solution on all connections and valves while checking for exiting air bubbles. That just about does it. Thanks for joining us in the Airlift Workshop. Remember, you can find more information about your kit and all of our products at airliftcompany.com.
One look and you'll know, the Optima battery stands out from the crowd. But Optima doesn't just look different, it performs like no other battery. Let's take a quick look inside to find out what drives Optima's incredible performance. There are 3 important reasons why Optima performs like no other battery. 1. The extreme purity of the lead used to create it. 2. A design based on one of the strongest, most efficient shapes known to man, the cylinder. 3. A case that is structurally strong and completely sealed to withstand rough handling and harsh environments. Optima's components are made of 99.99% pure lead. Without impurities to get in the way, Optima conducts electricity faster. It's kind of like the difference between a kitchen faucet and a fire hydrant. With electricity flowing faster through Optima, you get a much higher burst of starting power. Now, if you're trying to fill your pool, that fire hydrant would come in handy. In the same way, faster electricity flow in Optima's pure lead lets it recharge faster. Plus, it holds its voltage longer as it discharges. This unique discharge curve means that when you have high power demands, Optima maintains full power longer than a conventional battery. Optima's pure lead material is only the beginning. How that lead is built into the battery is just as important. Each of Optima's 6 cells uses 2 long lead plates separated by fibrous glass mats to hold the acid in place. These are wound together into a precisely compressed spiral cell and inserted into Optima's case. This spiral cell design naturally has more active electrode surface area than a conventional battery. And with that perfectly uniform layer of separation between the plates, it gives you more power per pound. When each cylinder is inserted precisely into place, the result is an internal structural advantage that helps the cell hold its shape, even under varying harsh conditions. After all, a cylinder is a stronger and more efficient shape, used by both natural and man-made objects when strength and efficiency are vital. Using precision plastic welding techniques, the case is then completely sealed, forming a one-piece airtight package. The result? No leaks, no engine compartment contaminants, no maintenance. So make sure you recommend Optima, designed for better performance, longer life, and true zero maintenance.